KSC Presence. The craziest facts about our brains you probably didn't know. The brain is one of the most powerful and mysterious organs in the body, responsible for managing all of our various functions and ultimately keeping us alive. The brain is an organ that continues to fascinate to this day. Research continues to develop and expand when it comes to the human brain. From how much of our brain we actually use to what it's doing what we aren't aware of. The truth is, there are so many facts about the brain most people aren't aware of. You won't believe some of these crazy but incredible truths. Fattest organ in the body. While most of us are worried about the fat on our thighs, you may be shocked to discover that the brain is the fattiest organ in the human body. In fact, it's approximately 60% fat. Who knew? No pain receptors. The human brain has absolutely no pain receptors, which is good since your brain tends to move around in your skull from time to time. Can you imagine how horrible that would feel? If you could sense every time it hits the skull wall. Surgery sensations. Since the brain has no pain receptors, patients who need brain surgery can stay awake while it's being performed. Pretty freaky, right? This allows for the doctors to monitor cognitive functions during the surgery and know if something is going wrong before it gets out of hand. Generates energy. Did you know that your brain can generate up to 25 watts of power at one time? This is enough electricity to power a light bulb. Remember that the next time there's a citywide blackout. Helps with vision. One of the functions your brain performs without you consciously noticing is correcting your vision. According to studies, the eye processes images upside down and the brain corrects the image so things are clear and not blurry. Brain size doesn't matter. There is a common myth that people with larger brains tend to be smarter, but there is no scientific evidence to back up this claim. Studies believe the size of the brain has no direct correlation with intelligence. In fact, Einstein has a brain on the smaller side, and no one questions his intelligence. Too many axons. Your brain consists of 100,000 miles of axons. That's enough to wrap around the world over 4 times. Axons are thread-like tendrils that communicate impulse to different cells. Who knew there were so many? Continues to develop. While most of the body's organs quit growing at a certain age, your brain is constantly developing up until your 40s. This means you can continue to develop new skills and improve various cognitive skills. This is just awesome, right? Similar to Tofu. We're not sure what you'll do with this information, but the human brain has the consistency of tofu. Honestly, that information would only be pertinent to Hannibal Lecter. The power of thought. Throughout the day, the brain can have over 70,000 thoughts per day. No wonder we get so many headaches. Too much thinking. Speedy information. Do you ever find yourself thinking about different things at once? This is due to how fast the brain can process information. In fact, Information can speed through the human brain at around 260 miles per hour. The brain doesn't grow. One cool fact about the brain is the size it is now is roughly the same size as when you were born. This is one of the main reasons that babies are born with larger heads. The brain is already grown to the size it will be for life. More active while sleeping. It makes sense that your brain is more active while you sleep than when you're awake. If you're a vivid dreamer, your brain is firing on cylinders. Brain mass versus energy. The human brain accounts for only 2% of your total mass, but it uses up 25% of your oxygen and daily energy. Let's just say the brain is a big power drain. Tricks of the mind. Your brain also can play tricks on you from time to time. Case in point, squares A and B are actually the same color. Is your mind blown? Survival of the fittest. Did you know what you can survive with only half of your brain? While each half controls certain functions of the body, if one side is damaged, the other side can adapt and take over those functions over time. Crazy, right? Reactions galore. Over 100,000 chemical reactions happen in your brain every single second. That's a lot of action going on to make sure the body is functioning at top efficiency. Peaking at 2. The number of brain cells in the human body peak at the age of 2. From then on, brain cells begin to decrease in amount or hold steady. Pregnancy problems. In women, the size of the brain decreases during pregnancy. In particular, gray matter shrinks in areas involved in processing and responding to social signals. After the baby is born, it's roughly 6 months for the brain to regain its size. It's believed this is resculpting of the brain occurs to allow the mother to respond to their infant's needs more efficiently. Lifetime information. Recent research suggests that over the course of a lifetime, the human brain will collect and retain over 1 quadrillion pieces of information. This gives us a headache just thinking about it. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.